Hello, everybody. I'm the Travox Gamer. Welcome back to Bioshock. I forgot to hit play, but it's okay. This thing's here for a few seconds. Again, I can't believe I left that there. How much I've changed. So, A World of Hurts is slightly different. A World of Hurts isn't a puzzle, it is combat.
Oh.
And we're going on Survivor mode.
Of course.
Of course. If we're not doing on the hardest difficulty, we might as well just not be doing it.
I am the total opposite, honestly. In real life, when I play video games, it's always either easy or normal difficulty.
So, with World of Hurts, there's no puzzles here, no Vita chamber. It's kill or be killed. So if I die, I die. Straight up. And there's several rooms. We only have one at the start, which I think is... I think it's very simple.
Oh.
At the end of each room... No, go on.
Go ahead. I was about to say, like, this is kind of like a... This is kind of like a boss chamber. Well, not a boss chamber, just like an enemy wave thing.
Yes, it's just like that. So, at the end of each room that we complete, we do get a bit of atoms. So we can get more plasmid. We also get weapons along the way, so we're not completely defenseless.
Okay.
Now, I know you haven't played or haven't seen Bioshock Infinite yet, but there is another DLC in Bioshock Infinite that's kind of like this. It's called Flash in the I can't speak. Flash in the Cloud.
Oh.
And what that is that it's basically like kind of like this, but you have rooms, like you do challenges. It's kind of like this, like each room is different and you have to beat the whole thing. Like, I mean, you got rounds, is what I'm trying to say. You got rounds, and it's like, yeah, I guess that's how I would describe it. But the funny thing is that before I knew that DLC existed, me and my old friend, I'll call him Z for, privacy reasons. Me and Z, we would always talk about what DLCs we would add to a game, if we could add to a game. And funny enough, for Bioshock, we were thinking of more of like a shooter kind of mini game. But like you take on wave after wave of enemies and you like get points for that kind of shit. And that's basically kind of like Flash in the Cloud. If I remember correctly. Again, it's been a while, so if I'm a little off, to those that know what I'm talking about, I'm sorry. I am probably just like a smidge off. But I think that's essentially it. Now, with what we were talking about, though, we had it different. We had it where you could actually choose who you could play as in the game. Like, we were thinking, oh, we could bring back, like, old characters from Bioshock 1, Bioshock 2. Have other characters throughout the series as, like, your character can give them each, like, a little special ability or so. But that was in the, like, it's, not the actual DLC. You play as a main character, but that was just something we thought of.
I forgot about the camera, too.
Yeah. Fuck the camera. Normally I do this better, too. This fucker. Oh, I'm dead.
Yeah.
Well, that's what happens when you fucking fight a fucking Big Daddy, like, goddamn, on Survivor difficulty. Thankfully, saves are a part of this. Okay, so you could save your game. It's just if you die, you die. I don't know if you could save or if it's just based on autosaves. But the point is, we had an autosave, so we're so far we're good, and it's a good thing it did kill me because I forgot about this little fucker right here. Alright. Weapon upgrade. We're good. Still got no ammo for this weapon, but hey, you know what? Once we find ammo, we got the crossbow all nice and upgraded. Remember what I say in the main game, the crossbow fuck.
I do like the little thing on the bottom that said a single big daddy. That is the most intimidating thing I've ever heard.
Oh, you want to know what's more intimidating than a single big daddy?
What?
Try several.
Oh no.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Several. I am gonna shut up now because I'm not gonna spoil the rest of the room. They'll pop up when we get to them.
I had a curiosity because we mentioned, you mentioned the Clash of the Clouds DLC with Bioshock 3. I know that one. Bioshock 2 takes place, in Rapture. I think it's a prequel from what I understand.
No, Bioshock 2 is a definite sequel.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, there is no prequel. You're wondering where does Bioshock Infinite take place, correct? Like city-wise. Like, for the one, like, this game takes place underwater. The second one takes place also underwater in the same, city, just more, destroyed. The third one, Bioshock Infinite, that one takes place in a new city, but it's not underwater.
Right.
It's high in the sky.
I was actually gonna ask because, I was wondering, when you first heard that the new Bioshock was gonna take place in a radically different environment, and what were your thoughts about that? Were you like, I don't know how I feel about this, or were you like, oh, this is pretty cool?
I honestly don't remember exactly. I think if I remember one detail, I was a little excited for it because it was a new location. I felt like after the second one, Rapture just kind of ran its course. I already been down below the sea twice, and now hearing that it starts in the air, it kind of made me think, okay, that's new, that's nice. This fucker better not kill me again. They did have a new version of Big Daddy that you had to deal with, but the new version was a big bitch. A big bitch. I will only say that now, but they're called Handyman. And let me tell you, since it will be a while since we get to Bioshock Infinite, a Handyman is a giant metal man. The only human part about him is his head and his exposed heart. Well, it's not exposed exactly, but he only has two human parts of him, his head and his heart.
When I think about that, I'm not gonna look it up because I'll wait to see what it actually looks like. I will say, the whole time we were delayed with finishing this, I did not look up one spoiler for Bioshock, so I can be patient.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You know what? I might actually get Bioshock 2 from Steam because one, it's cheap, and two, because it'll be easier for us to record live rather than going over old footage. I also feel like it'd be easier for me, so that might be in the near future.
Oh, okay. Plus, it's always fun to, replay a game you enjoy.
That too. What else can I share about Bioshock Infinite? There is a whole lot differences with Bioshock Infinite compared to 1 and 2. For instance, we don't have a save function in the game, which I don't like too much.
Wait, and you can't save in Bioshock Infinite?
No, it goes based off a checkpoint system. And that's where I kind of don't like. I don't like that. I don't trust checkpoints too much. I also, how do I say? I would also rather feel safer knowing that I had, a physical save where if I start a new game, I don't have to worry about restarting the checkpoint or some shit like that. If that makes sense. Another thing that they do differently is, unlike 1 and 2, where you could carry a bunch of weapons on you, you're only limited to 2 weapons.
Oh.
Only 2. Which, not my fan favorite, honestly. Like, that's something I didn't like with Infinite. Like, just like, I know we're in a new game or a new area, but I felt like they should have kept like the huge stack of weapons that we could get, because that feels like a staple in the series. Just my opinion on that.
Makes sense, makes sense.
I will say that in Infinite there isn't any little sisters, so you don't have to go and save any little sisters. So there's no protection minigame. You just have to, basically you kind of have to get from point A to point B. And that's well, I could say without spoiling anything. And if anyone's watching and shaking their head saying that I'm off quite a bit, you're correct, I am very much off, but that's me trying to avoid spoilers. Major spoilers. I hate the photograph thing. I'm glad that eventually this got, like, rubbed out of the game.
Yeah, it is. It's rough.
In the sequel, in Bioshock 2, we do have something like it, but unlike the photograph, it's actual video.
Oh, that sounds way more like appealing.
It's better. It's better because you don't have to take like multiple pictures like this. You just record for a short amount of time, and based on what you see, like you get like that kind of upgrade with it. Like, say I fight one new enemy and I kick their ass, absolutely, like just beat the fuck out of them. Like I hit them with plasmid after plasmid after plasmid. That's gonna build up the score. Which actually, that reminds me, in Bioshock Infinite, they're not called plasmids, they're called vigors. But they're essentially the same, because they kind of have that foundation of what we've seen already. Like, how do I say, if I could give an example, the only thing that's different is that the first one that we get is not it's not electricity. Which, I kind of, when I first played, it was kind of like a small detail I didn't like too much, which I know that's a little weird to get a little tickety about, but mind you, Bioshock 1, we started with electricity. Bioshock 2, we started with electricity. I just felt like that's another thing that they should have kept in, like, you start off with electricity. But the one that we did start off was fire, which I think was called Devil's Kiss. And to put it in perspective, Devil's Kiss is basically just their version of Incinerate. So, all the powers that you get are somewhat reflective of the plasmids that you see throughout the series. So it's, you know, nothing too crazy. These bitches are kicking my ass. Thank God for autosave.
Thank goodness indeed.
I had like 6 medkits on me.
And
that bit, yeah. Fuck this. Fucking, I picked Survivor difficulty like a jackass. I kind of deserve this. Oh wait. And part of me was thinking, oh, I did this before. I did it on Survivor before without dying. I could do it again, and then I started recording, and well, yeah. I did it before, but the thing is, shit, it didn't autosave. I mean, it autosave. I got, like, I think that was before I got all my plasma. Fuck.
Oh, you have to take those pictures again.
Yes, I hate it.
Oh.
I hate it. if I could tell you a type of vigor that's in the sorry everybody, last episode I said I am a little sick, my throat's not doing too well. Ugh. Okay. If I could tell you about one vigor that's my favorite in Infinite, it would have to be Murder of Crow.
Oh. Oh, I think I heard about that one. That's the one where is it kind of like the bee ability where but instead of hitting people with a bunch of bees, you just have a bunch of crows peck them?
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly that is exactly what Murder of Crow is, and it's I like it because it kind of touches my goth side just a little, which I never thought I had to explain it like that. My morbid curiosity is thoroughly piqued by that one vigor.
I am a touch pleased by this ability.
Lorenzo's laughing because in real life he knows that if anything I am definitely not goth. Is that correct, Lorenzo?
I plead the fifth.
He pleads the fifth because he knows it's true. I don't think I got enough figures this time around. Fuck.
Eesh.
Oh well, it don't matter. You wanna know why? I got enough to take their organs as health kits.
Ooh. That's an awesome ability and a horrific sentence.
It is, but context-wise, it don't matter. I also got the crossbow because remember, it fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see that? Headshot.
Oh, yeah.
Headshot. Just need to hit headshots on these bitches.
It is amazing to me that in a video game where you have flamethrowers and electric flamethrowers and bazookas.
My go-to is the fucking crossbow. Yeah, I know.
A weapon that hasn't been used since the time of like knights and Robin Hood.
Look, the crossbow fucked. What can I say? Just because the bazooka doesn't do shit and, you know, the shotgun barely does shit, doesn't mean that the 19th century weapon here, you know, doesn't deserve some love.
You know, that's true. That is true. I do want to imagine some of the enemies in this game. You know, they're all crazy, they're all spiced up, they see you and your crossbow and they're like, ha ha, oh Anthony, you want to fight us with a crossbow? We haven't used a crossbow since the 1200s. Do you really think you're gonna, and then just you click the button and he just instantly dies from a headshot.
Oh yeah, 19th centuries. They're right with one thing, their weapons fuck. I also think, I also think that it's... Fuck, I lost my train of thought. God damn it. I also like to think it's because with the crossbow, I'm more prone to actually getting headshots rather than the other weapons. So maybe that has something to do with it.
Oh, that guy was trying to hide.
Well, he was trying to hide, but he failed.
He hid and you soaked? See?
Let's see. I'll go with this. Might as well upgrade the shotgun, or fuck, crossbow fully. Oh, hey, those roses are still here, and we have 8 of them. You know what? You want to know what I feel about that?
How do you feel about that?
Fuck collecting the roses. That's why I feel. Fuck collecting roses. I like roses, don't get me wrong, but fuck collecting them.
Alright, Anthony, I shall now give you a amazing poem that I made in a few seconds that is going to be on my tombstone one day.
Okay.
Alright. Roses are red, violets are blue. I squeezed Anthony's ass, he squeezed mine too.
You know what? Here's my response. Roses are red. Violets aren't blue. They're fucking purple.
Your enemy.
Fuck
Buy
you.
yourself time in dangerous situations.
Yeah. I assume I kill you. That's why it's gonna be on your tombstone.
With a crossbow, of course.
With a crossbow. How did he die? Oh, he crossed Anthony.
Oh.
Oh.
I also like that picture of the lady hitting the guy in the head because that's pretty much
Our dynamic.
yeah, that's me saying something perverted and you hitting me with the horny stick.
The anti-horny stick.
The anti-horny stick.
Yeah. You don't need the horny stick. You're horny enough.
I am the horny stick.
You are the horny stick. That's why I threw you in the fire to burn you away.
That joke's on you, I'm fireproof.
Throw him into the lava. He might be fireproof, but he ain't lava-proof. Fuck, there's a shit ton of these fucking machines. I hate machines.
You know, lava has got to suck because not only are you technically burning to death, but you're also technically drowning.
I think the term is melting. Isn't the term melting?
You know what? I believe so, yes.
That's a horrible way to die.
Yes.
Straight up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, that always brings up the question, like, someone always asks, hey, if you had the choice for whether you burn to death or drown to death, and I always think, why is this a question you're asking? I'd rather not die. That's my answer. Both sound fucking horrible. I guess, okay, if I were to pick between drowning or burning, I want to say burning. I'm surprised you're not asking me why.
I am curious, yes.
I would rather burn to death because at least then people will know where to find my body. If I drown to death, there's a good chance that I sink to the bottom of the ocean and no one's gonna have the closure to see my dead body.
You know what? I appreciate the selfless thinking.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I know burning there's gonna, like, it's gonna be a bitch, like, it's definitely gonna be a bitch, like, that's gonna suck, but I can at least know that, hey, my family knows where I am and they can bury me, what's left of me, but drowning, honestly, I also not a big fan of the abyss of the sea.
You know what? That's fair. That is very fair. And I have heard people say we know more about the surface of the moon than the bottom of the ocean, which is terrifying to think about.
That is terrifying.
Oh, that's a good photo.
That is a good photo, but unfortunately the score sucked, so...
Yeah. You know, on the topic of things that can, you know, technically brutally kill you, in this game, if you, like, I know you do this in other videos too, if you had to, like, rank the enemies in this game from least favorite to most favorite, how would you rank them?
Okay, least favorite to most favorite?
Yeah.
Okay, so, I guess in this game, I would pick on... Like, my least favorite would be the enemies that I just dread dealing with. While my most favorite would be the ones that, okay, they're providing me a challenge, but they're not assholes to deal with. if that makes sense.
Oh.
So,
Oh.
my most favorite, I have to give it to the Big Daddy.
Ooh.
And that's because they're not actively aggressive on you. You have to be the aggressor in this bitch. So, yeah.
Okay, I see.
It's also been a while, so if I don't remember, it's because it's been a long time since I played. If I had to say what my second least or my second most favorite would probably be the Leadhead Splicer, because they're the melee bitches.
Oh.
They're not exactly what I would call challenging, but they could be a threat if there's a good number of them. I also think that they're the first ones that you kind of encounter, so yeah, it's memorable for that.
I get you.
I would also say that their elemental versions that you see around, those aren't my favorite. I would say that they'd be low on the list of what I like because they're elemental. They're the electric ones that are immune to, electric bolt, so they're bitches to deal with. Then you have I think they're called Leadhead, the ones with the guns. Again, I wouldn't say that they're too high on my list because, they have fucking guns and that could easily kill me if they so want me, but typically, they're not too difficult to deal with.
Right.
Of course, they're going to be a challenge because, the gun thing, but they're usually either packet pistols or their aim is shit, so it's not a big deal.
Okay.
I think after that, I'm gonna have to put least favorite on top of my head that I know for sure, Spider Splicers.
Ooh.
Straight up. I love their design. I love the fact that if you kill them, you have this chance of getting the perk on getting med kits out of their hearts. But the thing is, these motherfuckers annoy the fuck out of me. Their acrobatic bullshit is nice and cute, but when you're trying to kill them, it gets annoying.
I see.
And also has nothing to do with the fact that in the couple episodes back, one jump scared me.
Oh, right.
That's another thing.
I remember.
Out of all the enemies in this game, I think the one that has successfully jump scared me the most has got to be the motherfucking Spider Splicers. They're stealthy bitches. They're quiet, stealthy bitches that keep on catching me off guard, and that's why they're my least favorite. A follow-up on my least favorite would probably be the Houdini. The Houdini Splicer, if you don't remember, are the ones that kind of teleport. I wouldn't say they're too hard to deal with, but at the same time, when they teleport away and escape, that's the pain in the ass part. And let's not forget that they do throw fireballs at you, so that's also another part of their annoyance. I guess the turns count as enemies too, right? Do they?
Yeah, they're trying to kill you.
Okay.
They're trying to kill you, so I would count them.
I want to put turrets and everything that tries to shoot me. I want to put them as mid tier. They're not bad, they're not god awful, but only on the grounds that I could use them as potential allies. Like this fucker right here shooting my projection with rockets. If I manage to hack them, I basically get an ally. However, as you can see, I just got fucked over because there's a shit ton of them because it's a security one. But like I said, you could hack them. I'm trying to remember the other enemies. I'm fucked.
Wow.
I'm fucked. It fucked me. It
That
fucked
was
me.
legitimately an impossible puzzle. Wow.
No, it was possible. It's just I didn't have the time to fucking like get it done. God, what was the last autosave? I swear to God, if it sends me after the first one, I'm gonna fucking flip the lid.
Hold on, let me get a lid prepared for you.
I don't think it's the very first one. I think we're good.
Okay.
So we're good. We're good.
All right.
Then you have those security ones. I don't know their names on top of my head, but you have these ones that are kind of security experts that you'll see them walking around with like security bots following around. I want to say they're pretty low too, because really they're just like lead heads that got like bots with them. I think that's all the types of enemies in the first game. I mean, unless you want to talk about like individual like big daddies, but big daddies in general, like they're top one favorites because like you have to instigate the fight.
Right. Plus, I mean, big daddies are just kind of fun to fight, aren't they? I mean, it's you versus this giant, you know.
They are like, yeah.
You know, there's an appeal to that.
Basically, they're the boss enemy that you have to deal with. Like, it has that appeal to it. Ooh, finally, camouflage. That's the one ability I like. Actually, you know what? Now that I remember that camouflage was an ability given by the, you know, Houdini splicers, I'm gonna put them up a little higher.
Okay, makes sense.
I would say that out of a ranking of 1 to 10, 10 being my favorite, 1 being my least favorite, because they give me the camouflage little ability, I say they're a 6.
Okay, alright.
Like, that's how much I like the ability. And again, you just saw me like headshot like several of them in a second. Like, it's not that hard to deal with. The only thing that's kind of a bitch to deal with is their teleporting ability. A spider splicer, they're way too fucking quick for me to take a pot shot or a headshot, and by the time that they see me, like, they're already jumping away. Like, I can never get a clean headshot on bitch.
That's why you gotta use the plasmids on top of the crossbow. That way you can just like stun them and then drop them.
I sometimes I feel like I can't even do that. Like, damn. Because okay, I think with the spider splicers, which it's been a while, it could also be a skill issue. But if I feel like every time I hit them with like static or electric bolt, I feel like they kind of take a few seconds and then just like start moving again, like normal enemies. Again, I'm just saying that's how it feels like. I'm not saying that's it entirely. It's just something I noticed. Like, it gives me very fresh. Like, then again, you could argue I could just use like the winter what's the freeze one called? Winter Blast? I think Winter Blast. Anyway, yeah, you could argue that you could just use Winter Blast to freeze them, get the better headshot, and that's always an argument, because, yeah, with my favorite plasmid, Electric Bolt, like, it's kind of sad that it takes a few seconds to shit.
And drop them.
Honestly, I think that's all the enemies in the first game. I'm gonna have to replay the second game to remind myself of all the enemies, to give you a list on that one. Infinite's kind of lacking in the enemy department, though. Like, I don't know, it's just like, there's a small variety of them, don't get me wrong, but No, wait. They kind of have a good amount. Never mind. It's just I can't remember them on top of my head. I know that there's this cool one that's kind of similar to the Murder of Crow figure that you get. And like, I'm not gonna tell you what he does, but when you see him, you get what I mean.
I see.
What else? I think that's basically all I could really share.
Okay. I get you.
What the hell is that? Yogi, you still there?
I apologize. I'm still here. Don't worry. Sorry. I just I had a yawn pop in.
No. My computer just kind of slowed down on me. Like it kind of glitched out for a moment.
Okay.
So like, I'm hoping that's just on my end and not in the recording. But damn.
I didn't notice anything, so I think it's all good.
Hopefully. Anyway, any other questions you have about this game that I can talk about, or?
Let's see. Ooh. I think I have one. I'm not sure how much time we have left on this video, but I do
thank you for bringing that up, because we have like a minute left. We'll follow it up in the next video.
Yeah, I think I have a good question. How would you rank the characters in this game? Like, the individual characters? I think that could be a nice point of discussion.
Alright, well, we'll finish that in the next video, so thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time. Take care, please like and subscribe, and have a great day.